I wouldn't have necessarily gone out and chosen a 5-foot tiller for this little Kubota, but I'm going to tell you today why I think the 5-footer is the right choice for this machine. Hey there, hobby homesteaders. Welcome back to Peaks Peak. I'm Lucas, and today we are tilling garden. We've got a 2019 Kubota BX23S, and I have an old Bush Hog brand 5-foot tiller that was given to me because it was completely wore out. Run back over here to MR Hardware Supply to get some fertilizer and grass seed and get stocked up on feed. We got a lot to get done today, so better get busy. That ought to keep us busy for the day. One plot down, and this is the spot that I thought would be the muddiest, down in that far corner by the old satellite dish. So it's a little muddy down there, but the rest of it was really good shape. Now I'm hoping I can get this covered in our plastic here pretty soon. I don't know if I'll finish that today, but I'm at least going to get all the spots tilled up, and then we'll kind of go from there. Got my 2 garden spots tilled up. I still have to run over and till up a little spot for my neighbors. I'm always excited to get the tractor out in spring and get to work on some of this stuff. I enjoy eating my corn and green beans, and that's most of what I plant, but I enjoy eating my corn and green beans all year. So I look forward to getting that out so we can can a bunch more of that and be good for another year. I have an old Bush Hog brand 5-foot tiller that was given to me because it was completely wore out. The tiller tines on that were actually straight little knife blades. In fact, I can show you what they looked like when I got it. Basically wouldn't do any tilling, and so I had to buy a whole new set of tiller tines to put on it, and I don't know that it was necessarily worth doing that too, because that cost me about 400 bucks. But this is my 3rd year using it, so it's getting me by. I wouldn't have necessarily gone out and chosen a 5-foot tiller for this little Kubota, but I'm going to tell you today why I think the 5-footer is the right choice for this machine. Now, as you can see, she's got some weird shape going on to her. She's tilled a lot of gardens in her day, and I actually had to do a little bit of structural reinforcement here, and I did a really terrible job of it. It was just kind of a little 5-minute fix to get me out tilling the first year that I got it. But I took the old tiller tines that I took off of this, which are these right here. You can see they look just like little knife blades. But I just welded some bracing on here to kind of support it and get it back into shape. But I mean, it's just about beyond repair. I can see some new cracks, some new bends every year, and I hear a few new noises. So when this thing goes down, I'm probably gonna have to just break down and go buy one. But we are getting by for now. Now with this 5-foot tiller, I have never had any problems power-wise with it pulling it down. And you know, as you can see today, it's pretty good soil, but I had some mud that I tilled in, and even getting in that thick mud, really pulling it down. The tractor had plenty of power to turn the 5-foot tiller. No issues at all there. And I'll tell you why I like the 5-footer so much. It's because the tractor is about 4 feet wide. So when you're pulling the 5-foot tiller, you're tilling on the outside of your tires about 6 inches each direction. So if you're tilling fresh ground, or if you're tilling where it's a little bit muddy, you can actually keep your tires on the fresh soil and still till over past it. And so each time you turn around, you keep your tires set on the fresh soil, and you'll still reach out there and grab that and till it up. So it works really well. I really am glad that I have a 5-footer. If I go buy a new one, I probably am going to spring for the 5-footer, because I'm real happy with how that performs on this Kubota BX. So we got another spot to till up over at my neighbor's, so I'm going to head over there and knock that out real quick before I get on with the rest of the day. All right, I went about 6 passes over each garden plot, just to make sure they're plenty deep and good and softened up and ready to go. So I think they all turned out pretty well. I'm gonna try to get my fabric put out on this before too many days. That way we don't have time for weeds and grass to start growing back. So we got our gardens all tilled up. We're just about ready to roll for this year. It's a little bit early to plant beans and corn yet, in my opinion. So probably gonna wait just a little bit on that, but we're getting all set up. Spring is here. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I appreciate y'all watching. Y'all have a good day.